Now, I'm going to write certain rules which, based upon your time zone, you can also collaborate. So, why I'm writing these rules? I'm writing these rules so I can know from my time zone what I for the better display of the thing. Okay. For example, if I simply type now, the moment I type now, it will give me some date and time. But I don't want this thing, correct? What I need is I need it to be IST because right now I'm in IST time zone. So I will use certain functions called local. I will use my IST, and I'm going to use my GMT for the handling of the elements. So I can simply say that right now it's around 11:18 p.m. here, okay? And this is 21st of June. Now, let me quickly dive into my Appian Academy. Sorry, my Appian community, my Appian designer. And from Appian designer, I'm going to create an application for schedulers. Okay, Appian designer. I will create playing with Schedulers to understand in depth. It's a normal way in which how do we create our applications. Let me click on create. If you have the community version, it will take a little bit of time. Now, we will define our roles for the administrators and the viewers. Basically, we are going to be a logged in user, so it will not take much impact. But yeah, Ghost plays a very crucial part in assigning anything to the users. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a process model. Now we all know process model doesn't not inherit security from from the parent folder. So I'm going to explicit provide the security. Right now I'm in the community edition, so it doesn't make any sense. I will try to assign the security, but if you're right now in the live production environment, better try to assign the security. I'll go inside my process model folder, create new process model. Now, the first thing which we are trying to understand here is the parent-child relationship. Like for example, if I'm trying to run a process, so how many child can a process can have? That is what we are trying to understand for our better clarity. Okay, let's forget about schedulers for time being. Let's focus here. How many child can a process have? Now I will type parent child processes. Okay, to see yeah, child. Let's see where it breaks. Okay, we will try to understand where it will fail or where it will break. Parent child nodes. Okay, let's see till which limit it breaks. And because I don't want to go back there and create and all those things, so I'm going to create an unnamed rule. See, I have my security here. I'm going to click on save. I will come back. I will create my unnamed rule because I don't want to go back into a process model, save it again because process model are heavy objects. New expression rule. What I will say? I would say valid values. Values entries values. Okay, and I will make it a map type. Normally, you can create a constant based upon how the pattern you use. You can create constants and you can proceed from there. But because we are looking at for the learning purpose, so I'm going to create a constant here. Okay, I will simply type break limit. Let me type it as 103 to check. Okay, let me click on save. Now let me start creating my parent-child process. Now for my parent-child process, what I need to call my process in such a way that it will represent. So I will make use of a concept called recursion, where I will utilize this process because I don't want to create multiple processes to go there. Where if I can use the same process, so I will use script task. In the script task, I'm going to set my inputs value. Okay. After my script task, I'm going to update my counter or update my numbers. I'm going in the slowest pattern. Okay. Let me know if anything is not clear. Or you can say incremental counters, update counters, whatever you need. Okay. After that, I'm going to put a check there. That is my XOR, which will decide which path I need to take. Okay. If it is going to break, very good. If it is not going to break, then I'm going to go this way. Okay. Greater, less. Okay. I'm going to use it here and I'm going to use it here. Now, now. I have my increment counter with me. Correct? I have my number with me, which I'm going to put it here. So let me declare those numbers. Now, I will be using this process as a parameterized variable because I'm going to call this in recursive rule. So if I'm going to use it as a parameterized variable, it means if, let me first create a variable num as number integer and let me make it as a parameterized. Now, I will simply type if pv num equals to 1. So if is null or empty of num to 1, else num means for the first time. For the first time, if it is null, for the first time if it is null, I'm going to use 1. If it is not null, I'm going to utilize that particular number only. I will store it. After that, I'm going to update the counter. So update the counter means I'm going to add an increment of 1 here, correct? Num plus 1 plus 1, yes, plus what happened?